First launched in October 2015, the Maruti Suzuki Baleno has been quite a performer for the country's leading car maker. Over the past 6 years, the company has sold over 1 million Balenos, the fastest ever in the history of Indian auto industry, claims Mr Sashank Srivastava, Senior Executive Director, Marketing and Sales, Maruti Suzuki India. The Baleno, of course, underwent a minor model change in January 2019, but the newly launched premium hatchback is its second generation, and the company has given the product a full model change which cost around 1,150 crores and now features new technology, new design, new suspension setup, and several new features. It must be noted that Maruti Suzuki India enjoys a 60% market share in the premium hatchback segment in the country, and that includes the Ignis and the Swift hatchbacks as well. Clearly, with the new Baleno, the company expects to appeal to not just its traditional consumers, but also people who have a slightly more inclination for better features and aspiration for a high technology. We asked Mr. Srivastav how customers have evolved in the past 6 years.
Yeah, so demographically, I think the age has come down for the average Indian buyer. Secondly, I think on the psychographic level, the aspiration level has gone up. And I think it's got something to do with the fact that we are a young nation. Most of our population is actually below 30 years of age. So in that sense, I see a lot of changes happening in the behavior of consumers in the auto industry. I talked about aspiration, I talked about age getting younger, newer buyers coming in, and so on and so forth. The replacement buying has gone up, except in the COVID period, but it is generally going up, which means that people are replacing their cars, upgrading to new ones. So I've seen all these changes happening, and people, having more connectivity on the digital aspect, for example, so more connectivity, and therefore a preference for tech features like the ones that you see in the new age Baleno.
Talking of technology, the new Baleno has been given a whole lot of new features. While there are changes to the engine, suspension, and chassis, it also gets added safety equipment, the head-up display being a segment-first introduction. When it was launched first, the Baleno was for the aspiring customer who wanted an evolved product. And for the company to take the product to the next level, it was important that they meet the needs of the future, tech-savvy, millennial customer. And that meant a product that is evolved not just in terms of design, but technology and the overall experience. Mr. CV Raman, Chief Technology Officer, Maruti Suzuki India, shared his perspectives.
So on this, we've built the new Baleno, so it's all about next expression, which is in terms of the design, and next tech, which is in terms of the technology which we have integrated into the vehicle, and overall that would give an experience to the customer. So that's how the whole philosophy has been built.
From an overall product perspective, the Baleno in many ways also reflects a step up for the company across its product lines.
Yeah, definitely. I think Maruti Suzuki always believes in bringing technology from the upper segment to the lower segment, democratizing it, and putting it within the reach of customers who are at different price points, and that has been always the endeavor of Maruti Suzuki, and this endeavor with the Baleno is no different. What you are going to see, these technologies you will see on more products going forward, and definitely I think these are some things which the customer today is aspiring to have, and so to meet that aspiration you have to provide these kind of features and that kind of performance for the customer.
Interestingly, in the nearly 4-decade-long journey of the company, it is for the first time that Maruti Suzuki India has spoken about a certain design language, which it calls crafted futurism.
Yeah, so crafted futurism is something which we believe is for the aspiring customer, and for the Nexa brand and for the Baleno, we felt that this is something which we need to do. We needed to have a signature for the Nexa brand, and so you can see that signature in the LED lamps on the rear combination lamps. This is a signature which you will see in future. Okay, so it's from a design philosophy. Also, we need to evolve the Baleno, and so we wanted to make it into a very strong, bold statement. And so our tagline is "Tech goes bold." The vehicle itself had to look bold. It had to look more planted. It had to look wider. It had to look more stronger from the body sections. And from that, building this on the 5th generation platform. So the entire design was, was to evolve the Baleno. It should look Baleno, but it should look more evolved because it has made a place for itself in the last 6 years as a brand and as a strong brand. And so we needed to evolve and still retain the identity of Baleno, but make it, more aspirational. Sure. And so very strong shoulder line on the side, making the sections very, very strong. And also from the front, making it look wider, and so the grill shape also makes it look wider, and it looks more planted, and also improved the aerodynamics, 6% improvement in aerodynamics, giving us benefit in fuel efficiency. So that's the kind of effort which has gone into the design of the vehicle, so to make it look bolder and more aerodynamic. So I think that's something which we always would be looking at aerodynamics and looking at how to make it relevant for that particular customer or the segment.
In terms of the engine, the new Baleno gets an advanced K12 dual-jet, dual VVT engine that has improved compression ratios and reduced frictional losses. All of these have helped improve the overall fuel efficiency of the vehicle.
All of this helps us in giving a better fuel efficiency. And mind you, we've increased the weight of the Baleno by almost 55-60 kg from the outgoing Baleno. However, we've still been able to achieve a 6% improvement in fuel efficiency in the manual transmission and a whopping 15% improvement in the two-pedal technology, the AGS, compared to the outgoing two-pedal CVT.
Aiding the improved fuel efficiency figures of the Baleno is the start-stop feature. In fact, the new K12 engine is E10 compatible, and Mr. Raman confirmed the company would have all its engines meet E20 material compatibility by April 2023 and performance compatibility by 2025. On the transmission side, the company has brought in the two-pedal auto gear shift technology into the Baleno, replacing the CVT it featured in the previous generation.
I feel that in the last, since we introduced the AGS, we have been able to do two things. We have been able to democratize the two-pedal technology, so to speak. So we have a large portfolio of products, and we are able to get improve the performance for the customer in urban spaces, definitely. Secondly, we always believe in giving better fuel efficiency to the customer. I think both of these, as an optimization, we believe is something which we needed to work on, and we have improved that. And with every new model, and you've been seeing that in the last Celerio, also it was much more evolved, and in the Baleno also, the feedback is very positive about the AGS. And so I'm sure that this is something for the urban spaces, for the kind of vehicle which is where it is in the terrain it's going to run, it is going to do good duty, is what we believe. Yeah.
Structurally, the company has added a lot of adhesives into the Baleno structure. The BIW has been made stronger, more rigid, and of the additional weight of 60 kgs, 25% has come from the body side, while another 25% has come from the powertrain. Moreover, the suspensions have changed, and so have the stroke lines and brake systems. While the slew of changes and updates on the new age Baleno have ensured an evolved new product, we were also keen to understand how the Baleno customer has evolved over the years.
The preference towards the higher end of variant seems to have gone up. It means that people are, and those variants actually have more features. This Baleno is no different, and in fact, if you see the long-term averages, the top end previously for Baleno used to be about 6-7%, which going by the bookings, of course, too early because it's too early. We just launched the vehicle. Right. Seems to be about 35% or so. So that's a pretty big jump. I think going forward, this trend would continue, especially if we have economic growth and the ones which we are projecting for our country. While Baleno operates in the premium hatch segment where we have 60% market share, we would like to improve it further. Market shares in these segments are essential for us to get to our overall objective of 50% market share. So, in that sense of volume and market, it's very critical.
Launched at a starting price of Rs 6.35 lakh for the manual base Sigma variant, the Baleno prices go up to Rs 9.49 lakh for the top of the line Alpha variant with AGS. Moreover, the new Baleno can also be owned through Maruti Suzuki Subscribe at an all-inclusive monthly subscription fee starting Rs 13,999.
So, subscription actually is another thing which we discovered from our research, where we where we found that in among younger buyers and especially urban ones, there was this tendency of asset light usage of products, which means you don't buy the product but you use it and you pay a monthly fee for it. And interestingly, when we did our research, we found that it is not just about auto. It is a widespread phenomena. It is going for televisions. It is for white goods. Even this shadi ke gehne, that the ornaments for the bride. It's a phenomena which we have observed, that people want to use the product without actually paying the full amount for it, and they don't want the hassles of owning the car. What are the hassles of owning a car? You do financing. You have to, do that monthly this thing with the finance. This thing, pay margin money. You do insurance every year. Then you do repair, maintenance. If something happens on the to your vehicle, then you have to do this roadside assistance, etc. What if all this was available for a monthly fee? So there are a lot of people who are those convenience seekers, as we call them. For them, subscription was one. So it's some sort of a lease, but lease is for a longer period. This could be from 1 year. We are offering it for 1 year to 5 year period, and we have so far launched it in 20 cities. We just launched it in Kolkata a few days back, and we do hope that we will make a good dent. Actually, we are getting roughly about 1,000 plus. About 7,000 inquiries per month.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The sale though is about 120 per month.
Okay.
So it's not very large, but I think we have to. It's a new concept.
Right.
So and we have just started. We started it in 2020 during the COVID period, and that too in a couple of cities. So as we are expanding the number of cities and we are adding to the models which are available in subscription, we are finding a good traction. And once consumers are convinced about this model, I think we can look for much larger volumes.
Based on the 5th generation hard-tech platform, the new age Baleno is certainly a much improved and modern product compared to its earlier generation. While the company aims to capture a bigger share of the premium hatchback market and also make a strong statement, the fact that in just about a fortnight of its launch, the new Baleno has garnered over 40,000 bookings speaks volumes about the interest and demand for this premium hatchback.